You guys, what's going on? It's Ruster179 and we are here. I'm making a quick video because it would appear that the server is supposed to reset. So I'm gonna go through a quick tour, show everything that's been going on. 1.8 supposedly comes out tomorrow, and with it, the map reset, which is sad and disappointing. But we're gonna start with Tony's place actually. So Tony, not so interested in the server anymore. A couple of people griefed him. There's that whole war that hit everyone, I think, pretty hard, so a lot of people lost interest there. And actually some people got banned there. But he got on once and he decided, you know what, I'm gonna build a sky base. So here's the start of it. He never finished it because Mr. Shredder moved in right there, the big netherrack tower. And he did not appreciate having a tower made out of netherrack right next to him. But I like the sky base. It's got a nice design. He worked really hard on it. For the time that he was on, and I tried to help out as much as I could. I didn't do too much though. So now we come back down here. So he has his mushroom pen. He has his little starter farm here. And then once me and Ben were on, and Tony said he was gonna get on. And so as he was logging in, we dug this really deep hole. And he logged on like when we were like making it wider, because it's just gonna be a 1x1 or a 2x2, I think. Or no, sorry, a 1x2. And so he jumped in, and it goes out of his zone, so he died and died hard. So this is Mr. Shredder's base here. When Ben was griefed again, because Ben moved out here after a while, he put a giant dirt wall, because, you know, Mr. Shredder, he's the only guy who me and Ben do not know personally, so we figured he was the only guy who griefed. And then we're gonna come back to Tony's if we can find it. This is kind of a shit storm. Jeez, one hell of a blizzard, eh? But yes, here it is. So this is the mine that I was working on. One of those things where you're waiting to get money and you don't have anything to do. So I started working on this. It's got a nice design. And then my friend Tommy, I'm not gonna say his full username because by accident he made it kind of inappropriate. But Tommy, he got on and needed some stuff, so I showed him the mine, and he did not decorate it. Like, he did not keep with the pattern that I was going with, but that's okay. He dug it down a little bit further. He got tired of it. He doesn't really like mining or building or any of that. So now we're here back at Tony's, and I just laid in a path, and I did it last minute because I heard the server was resetting. But so here is the path all covered in snow, and you'll see it gets more detailed as we go further along it. And the plan was, for that giant mountain, I was gonna put a fire beacon like from Lord of the Rings up there. Didn't have time for that, I guess. Okay, the path goes this way. I can't even see it. Here, I can see this though. I'm sensing I made a mistake here. I should probably fix it someday. The path goes on, and I made it big enough for horses, and I was gonna put in like some fancy lamps. But here we are. So it goes through a tunnel. Comes over this way because I was gonna have a town on the coast and a nice little boathouse too. Where am I? Okay, I got turned around there. And it goes to either side of the staircase here. And we're gonna explore my castle last. Could sworn I just seen creepers. So yeah, you see here it's all really detailed. Not too bad. I like it. There's a creeper. Hi. Go sharpness 1. Um, so basically, we're just gonna review like all my different zones and all my friends' zones. So I just got this zone. It's pretty cool. And let's go to the Nether Hub. So Nether Hub, another one of those I don't have any money or anything to do, so I'm just gonna dig. Um, so that's how this came out, and it came out twice as big as originally intended. And it's pretty freaking big, but no, it came out twice as big as I had thought because I had built these gigantic portals, and then they wouldn't link up with the ones outside. So I had to double the size of the Nether hub and put them in the middle so they'd reach the way they were supposed to. And then, Ben, he used to live off this way. I had a path set for him. And then someone griefed him and came into another hub and griefed another hub, so I sealed the path. But here's a new friend just on the server. Don't know him in real life. And then here's Flammability Sister Alley 4775. And then this guy Minecast Snid. This is his friend. This is to the Wither spawning pads, which we'll go look out. This is where you put your horse if you have one, and it can have water, or if they could drink it. My face, of course. Tony's face. I don't know why, but when when they griefed the Nether hub, they took the hay out of his face, and well, there's Lapis in here in Grant_Bailey's face, so that was that. And then Flammability's face. I had some trouble with that because you see, I used spruce wood, I think that is, because there's not really anything that matches what that color was. And even with Tony, I struggled. And then here we have the Nether Hub mailroom. And this one got greased kind of hard too. They broke some of the signs, and it actually took me a while to figure out what all the names were. He didn't know what XXX meant. But they took all the hay bales, they destroyed some of the trees. Flammability put in some flowers around here, which was really cool. I'm not like she put in the big peonies. Alright, let's go. Unfortunately, I never got this to work. The minecart would just, it wouldn't go when you press the button, and then it would just disappear when you tried to push it. But someone griefed the track too, filled it with dirt, blah blah blah. And me and Ben think it was Wigamy, because she was the only one allowed to Ben's zone when his zone was griefed, and his zone got hit hard. I'll show you in a minute here. But we're almost there. Yeah, so this goes to another fortress. Again, this part was grief too, but you can. Ew. Yoo-hoo. Shit, that guy's got an enchanted bow. Ah, really? I don't think he dropped anything. Oh, come here. Come at me, bro. Where did that guy go? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Watch as that's like the one guy that actually dropped a freaking wither skull. It's dark here though. I can't see much. But the other guy might have dropped on it, might have fallen way down there. But you gotta be kidding me again. So this part was griefed pretty hard too, and then I decided, you know what, make the best out of it. So I made that part I don't remember. And what the hell was this? I do not remember putting these chairs in. Or leaving the doors open. So these doors are designed so nothing can break them down, but you can still shoot through them when they're closed. So that's what that is. I'm not sure why that's there, because there's a ladder on the inside, but okay. And this Ben made this. So this was the original withered pad down below me, and that was made so that you could see the withers and wait for withers when you're down in there. And it looks like someone griefed in here again, because all of a sudden there's window panes missing. But then this place was griefed, and they scattered everything and broke everything around here. So I was like, oh, well, all right. And I made a larger wither pad out of all this. They also destroyed all the blaze spawners, so that's why. That's weird. So that's why there aren't too many blazes spawning. Admin, he did turn spawners back on in the end, but he made it so that they overheat where they turn to obsidian. And once they overheat, there's nothing you can do. So that was kind of disappointing. So I lost a lot of spawners. Where did all these come from? Oh, did they spawn in here? Dude, that's insane. Are they? Oh, they still didn't drop any. I've got a piece of coal and a bunch of bones. So apparently they spawn more facing north. So maybe I really want to get a really good, efficient wither farm in the next map, because I really want beacons. Really, like, you have no idea how much I want the beacons. Beacons are amazing, beacons are good, I want them. We're running out of, well, we're all out of food here. I think we're almost back though. But so there were a few mishaps while building the nether hub. One, in a lot of these parts, it's only one thick. So you just bloop, fall right through. And so one time I come in here, right? Come into the nether hub because I'm not quite done. I still have to put in the trees. Hey, where'd you all come from? You don't look too friendly. And instantly I start hearing a ghast start shoot. Okay, I need to turn this chat on. This is driving me crazy. Guess they got back online. My bad. So I come down here. They end up blowing this tunnel while I'm halfway down. So I fall, almost die, and I'm running around down here like panicking, looking for them because they're destroying my hub that I just spent so long building. And wouldn't you know, there were two of them in a little hole right around here. And somehow they saw me through several layers and were just firing down on me. You know, this does look kind of obvious. I tried to make it look not so obvious, like this entire little background. Yeah, that's all fake. Here, let's go to the other side, and then we need to go get food. Ooh, ooh. See? So all fake. So they dang near killed me, and I was trying to climb back up here to get a view to see them because I still couldn't find them, and a magma cube came and knocked me down. So I ended up having with like 1 heart. So not so good. But let's slash zone, go home. Flammability. Hopefully she won't mind if we borrow some food. So hopefully you remember, or all my viewers remember Flammability's castle. During the war, it was kind of laid siege. A lot of stuff died. A lot of people died. A lot of stuff was lost. So I need food. 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 Sorry. Thank you. I should have come with like the entire stack of potatoes. Like her stables. Person we were in the war with killed everything in the stables, and I guess one of the people on the server actually quit completely. I think he's been on once since then, which isn't a bad thing. Me and him are kind of in a tough spot right now. But here we have her forge, which is really cool. Huh. Except there were anvils here. Don't know where they went. But every time you'd name something in an anvil, there's a chance it would just fall out and bloop, right into the fire. And that actually happened to me once, and I spent $100 on a name tag, and then it was destroyed. I think she is going to make this into an armory. And then she kind of stopped on the server, too. This is her bakery. She tried to get all of her friends to come up here and place a sign. Flammabilities. And then Robert, the guy who quit, he put a sign up there, but it was incredibly dumb. We all hated it. Me, Brandon, and Sharon were all up here at the same time changing our signs. And we saw Robert's, and Brandon was just like, no, and he broke it. Evan replaced it. Or was it Sharon that replaced it? I think it might have been Sharon. But Brandon 42 can't make it good enough, make it look good. Flammability, the very owner of this cafe. I'd rather go up in flames and live forever in the dark. Mine is a quote from Aragon. Lend strangers your thoughts, not your heart. And then below that, my own quote, and stay frosty. Flammability's sister. Chickens are the most majestic. Sure, why not? Chickens can be majestic. And can we get... dang it, she's all out of steak. That's unfortunate. So here we have the castle that she was building. It was going to be really cool. I was really excited to be neighbors with her so that we could work together maybe and make the entire biome and the entire surrounding area look like a really cool place. So Robert's zone over there. The only time Robert got on, he put Tower of Pimps, Tower of Power, which I'd love to break. And now we're in Alley 4774. We're in her zone now. But Flammability was the one who built it up here the most. And you can see she built a balcony, but she didn't get really far because the build limit was put back on, and it was really disappointing for everyone. And then, like, while the build limit wasn't on, the flying was off for a while, like in everyone's zone. I'm ignoring that. Please forgive me, Minecast. But yeah, it's really cool. So Roberts, I think that's her cousin's Bella, and then her friend Eric, I want to say. But, you know, during the siege, we decided to put up this huge wall. We never really got around to finish it because, like, we didn't have enough materials. And then all of a sudden, admin, he comes along and he finishes it for her, which was really, really cool. But I was donating, like, all my cobblestone to the cause, except for cobblestone that I used on my own wall. Alright, so this is her farm. I really like it. And this area was grief to someone somehow got allowed to her zone, and they took all the enchantment tables. And then this is a recent addition. It's probably pretty dark for you guys. She made a little room for everyone. But there should be a trapdoor. So there's that cage. You may have seen it hanging over the entrance. Let's see. Yep, right there. And so you fall through, and then you fall through there, and then you either get caught in lava, or if you flick that switch that I just did, you get caught in or you just fall right through into Ishbibno's prison. And I'm pretty sure Ishbibno was one of the people who was sieging us for a while. And he hacks, so it didn't turn out as good as I would have liked. But you've seen the Nether Hub. Let's go over to Ben's, or to one of Ben's latest place. So I showed Ben the plan for my ice castle. I had it all written out in pencil. And part of the plan was to have these tree platforms just like the one that he had built for his home zone, like right behind it, kind of guardian of the spruce forest, right? And then it'd be beyond this wall. Well, it was really well. He did do the platform and he did do the wall. You can see that there. The wall was a little bit straighter than I would have liked, I'll admit. But you know, he put a lot of hard work into it, so I was like, oh, I will take it gladly, Ben. And I did. I was very happy with. I was still really happy with it, and I was willing to accept his offer. So here we see the outside. But you know, this entire thing started off with just this one little tower over here, and then it goes down too, but you can't get back up if you go down. And then it went all the way around the wall, and someone has griefed the wall too, because this isn't zone and neither is his tree platform. He replicated my flag, which was really cool of him. But there's Grant Bailey's zone over there. I can't get into it, and if I get into it, I can't get out. And he doesn't really go on anymore, so I would not want that. It kind of ruined this video, right? Ugh. So he kind of made the mountain part of it. And he said he would, and I said sure. I just didn't think he meant it quite like this. But, so you can see the frozen lake. That's where I used to get all my snow and all my ice and sand and all that. And then we come down here. This is the end of the wall. It's a really cool wall, and you can see it's raised on the front by about half a block, and then here it's down half a block from the front. But which I think is a really cool combination. What else? You know what? Let's go see Ben's zone, because it, like I said, it was hit pretty hard. Oh, wait. So he actually ended up removing his home zone and making a 50 by 50 regular zone. Lord knows that's expensive. Here's my friend Tommy's place. He made a tree house sort of deal. 50 by 50 home zone. He has a trench around the perimeter so that mobs can't get in easily. And then he made a water slide when me and him were messing around. I don't know what he put there. The house, okay. But here we have a tunnel that leads to what was Ben's old home zone. The tunnel was made by Tom. Tom, he makes things simple. He doesn't put too much work into it. He just gets it done, and I really like that in him. I think it's a really cool trait. But welcome to the Red Arcade. That's right, we have a dunk tank. You take a fishing pole, put it in there, and it'll dunk someone in. So it's called the Red Arcade because most of it's redstone. But you stand here and you try and fish it. I got on my first try. There was a villager here with a name tag. His name was Red Arcade Manager, but you know, he was killed. Right here, we have tic-tac-toe. I never tried it. I don't even know if it's done. But it's pretty. Here we have the invisible maze. See, I can't. Kind of just got stuck. Dang. No. You gotta be kidding me. How about no? No. Really? Ben. Oh, good. I found the exit. Okay, I'm not gonna try that. Here, this is a really cool thing. Is first thing he built. For the arcade. This is a Connect 4, and admin, he liked it so much that he built his own at the old spawn. So it was really cool. I'm really proud of Ben for making something that admin liked as much as he clearly did. Like, I think that's a pretty big accomplishment. Not everyone can do that. And here, so this is a giant crater he made. There was someone making a redstone game, and then he got griefed again, so he kind of stopped. He disallowed the guy and was going to destroy his redstone, and then we were setting off tons and tons of TNT down here. But welcome to the fire range. I think it looks pretty good. And basically, you get 7 out of 7 shots, and you get your name on the wall. If you can't tell, I put that sign up myself. I did get 50 out, or I did get 7 out of 7. But what? Okay. You know, this KJLKJK is such an horrible dumbass. My mom's partner, she actually lived with us for a really long time. She was my first grade teacher. And then, like, third or fourth grade, she died of cancer. And I saw her the night before, and that night still gives me nightmares. So I absolutely hate anyone who makes a joke out of it. But here we have the PvP arena. I tested it by this one guy. He wanted to let Ben jump to him so he can be in the arcade. And then Ben was getting really annoyed because he was spamming him. So I took my God Sword out. And, or as close to God Sword as I managed to get it. I think that's called the Frost Dragon's Claw. And Ben let him jump into the PvP arena, and I jumped in after him and killed him in 2 or 3 hits. And then this, I think it might have been Dallas Man actually. And then he was trying to get me to jump for such a long time after, and I was like, dude, you're just gonna try and kill me, like, I can tell. Because he was like, jump, and I said, why? I want to show you something, I want to give you something. And I was like, well, jump to me. No, I have to show it to you. Just like, okay, so what is it? Just like, just jump. And I was like, yeah, that's how I can tell you're gonna kill me, dude. Parkour, by the way. I got to the top of that. You get a coin reward if you get way up there. And sure enough, I got 32. I got to level 32 when I killed him, because I guess he was level 31. So I only got one or two levels from it, which is kind of disappointing. But then, so he was just like non-stop jump to him, and the other people were getting on the server. Other people on the server were getting really annoyed. Oh, hey, here's a dodgeball. And I was kind of like, okay, dude, you need to stop. And, finally, after this person that I really respect said just drop, and I apologized, because this, I think maybe, it might not have been Dallas Man, but it might have been. But I apologized to the third person on the server, saying I'm sorry I caused such an annoyance to you. And she, I think it was she, I think that person is a she. And she said, it's fine, I'll just go on another server for a while. I was like, okay. And then, like, everyone left the server except for me and him, and he's still spamming. And I was just like, dude, this guy's a fucking dumbass. Like, what the actual fuck? Um, but yeah, that was. And then finally, I spent his levels. I got a really good pick out of it. I think this is it actually. And I spent every last one of his levels, and then I killed myself. So I had less than a level left, but I didn't want him getting a single orb. So I killed myself after, and I didn't pick up the remainder XP, and then I jumped to him, and he's like, oh, wait, and then he teleported home, and said, okay, jump now, and I'm like, my inventory is 100% filled up with stone, because I have so much, and I'll show you guys why in a minute. But I jumped to him, and I'd fall to my death, and then a few hours later, me and Ben and a few other guys are on, and I was like, hey, did you get all the stone? And he screams in caps, I already had tons of stone, you suck, why'd you spend all my life? Just starts ranting. And so me and Tom are just laughing so much. It was pretty comical. And then he finally got off the server, and he hasn't bothered me since. But it was just one of those good times, good memories. I think that's everything here. I don't know what that is. Is that supposed to be a smiley face? But I'm sure it's someone, or some people remember Ben's Zone before, all nice and green, and with the trees and the platforms in the trees. Well, someone pretty much completely destroyed the platform in the trees. So Ben said, you know what, if I can't live here in peace, then I'm not gonna let anyone else enjoy this. So he destroyed the trees, he destroyed the platforms, and then he destroyed the dirt, and I actually did help him a little bit. And then it was after he decided, I'm just gonna make this in an arcade, which worked out pretty well. Anyway, let's go on to his real home zone now. I wonder. Okay. So admin gave me and Ben nicknames, which is really cool. So you can see it's really, really dark. I'm so sorry about this. I'm losing bubbles fast. I can't find the entrance. Okay. Head down, going back down the staircase. Don't want you to see. What? Oh, that motherfucker. So, as you can see, lots of details in the path in the end. But, yeah. An interesting story that I forgot to tell about, Flammability Zone. Her sister really doesn't like strangers and really likes dogs. So, Tony gets on for the first time ever and accidentally gets hit by Allie. And so her dog goes absolutely crazy, starts killing him. So he kills the dog. And so she grabs a diamond sword, chases him, and kills him multiple times. And it's just one of those super funny things, and one of those things that kind of ruined his interest in the end. But it was fun. Alright, so this is a staircase. You may remember it was almost completely destroyed, just a little bit of a chunk up there from where a crosshair is up to the top of the mountain was left. But, you know, I replaced it, made it better. You can see it's black ice instead of, I think it was like orange. It looked really bad, and I changed this because it kept on getting destroyed. Have a loop hole. But, you know, and then I got Ben's help to build this center. Oh man, he's pissed. Because I could not for the life of me get it symmetrical, and it's still, I wouldn't mind if there was a part right there, and I think there was, and I think it kind of looks like a heart, which is a little bit weird. And then string to keep the quartz from. Can have a friend kill you and split the money. I remember someone did that. So yeah. String to keep it from spreading. here are the mobs. The wonderful, glorious mobs. So, let's see, the war originally started when... Hey, can I see your name tag, please? Love you. Come on, guy. You're disappointing the viewers. Okay. Name tag, please. And thank you. Okay, well, you know, the creeper is really hard to get, Captain Sparkler. And then someone killed it, got it blown up, and I got really pissed. And then he got that other person got really pissed and destroyed my staircase and griefed the floor, because at the time that was all there was just a floor of the ice castle. Here's my flag I made on an Xbox or Minecraft Xbox edition map. I tried to make my own DVZ, so that's the flag there. This pigman, I love the pigman because admin gave him to me, and what admin did, he made a circle of stone around him, and then he used some fancy command to fill that circle with ice, so he got trapped inside, and then I had to come in and name it. But all these guys were done with pistons, and I'd really like to show you how someday. And then so that was really cool. And then he also, after the war ended, it almost started again, and I said, no, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. But that person, they made a zone here, and then they like seriously, like right here, like right where I was about to expand my ice castle. I had said, you know, this is gonna be the next step. I'm going to expand it. Ignore that. And then I got on the next day, and it was zoned. So admin, after a few months of me waiting and just gathering money, he finally built this, or he finally removed the zone, removed the walls that I had put up, which was really cool. I put on this huge half slab wall, which I did not consider would take a long time to take down. And then all of a sudden he's like, make sure your inventory is clear. And I was like, okay. And I cleared my inventory, and all of a sudden the entire wall collapsed, and it made these really cool, like, they were two half slabs combined, but they were still blocks, so like you can store them as like this entire block. It was really cool. And then he also helped me. He gave me 3 silk touch diamond picks, which I still have one. I've been improving upon it. And then he gave me an inventory filled with clear ice, which was also really, really cool. And you know, if you did not know at first, I lived way over there where that building is. And then when this guy was threatening to destroy the rest of my animals, or the rest of my mobs, I came over here and I zoned it. What is going on? I'm just hearing like this non-stop clicking, like someone's clicking a mouse. I'm not clicking a mouse, guys. Anyway, moving on. So, and then he ended up selling that zone to someone else, or giving it to someone else. And now that person is now my neighbor, and me and him are fairly good friends, so I don't think it worked out for a guy whose zone that was previously. But welcome to the Ice Castle. And you know, I had been griefed so many times. So many times. I have tried to quit the server so many times. And my friends have been griefed so many times. It's just a part of the server now. So I put in a gate. Benjamin __ 25. He got married on the server. I was the best man / minister. They had one wedding at Flammability's place and another wedding at Wigamy's place. who ended up griefing him after. Yes, I know. But this gate is to remain closed. They were part of the Pineapple Clan. So beacons lit. I had planned for those fire beacons, and then before I could build them, the sky limit was like put back on. So that's why it's only that as high as it is, because there's a sky limit. Ugh. But these gates, they are fully operational. Can only be opened from the inside, so I have to fly over. And then here, it's the first thing I ever built that I really, really loved. This one floor. If you take a look, this is my throne. You can break this block right here and fall down and escape from anything. I have a dog named Kentis. There is a story behind that. When I was little, me and a friend I went to his house every day after school. We played a game called Gears of War. Really fun, really violent game, but there's this mob called Kentis, or a Kentis, that's insanely powerful, and its scream will revive the other dead monsters. Um, and so it ended up like knocking my friend down, so my friend needed to be revived, and I came up with a lancer, which is the gun with the chainsaw, and I chainsawed through it in a zigzag, and it was the most impressive thing I've ever done in that game. So I was nicknamed Kentis Killer, and so that's where that name came from, Kentis. And then I was supposed to have a cat named Darby. I had a cat for as long as I could remember, and then it got attacked by a dog and lost, I guess, most of its lives because it got kidney failure a little while later and had to be put down. So that was a really horrible time, and I always try and remember that in every way that I can, including getting a gray cat named Darby, if I could. Anyways, moving on. This is where the zone that was in the way was before. And as you can see, I did not finish this at all. But we have the mushroom pen, which is somehow the airlock is open. Hi. Give me a sec. So this one was actually one of the most complicated parts of the entire castle that I've built so far. And it took me a while because it wasn't zoned. Is it just me? And then this part was the most expensive part I've ever built because of all the iron it took for the hoppers. But the way it works, that's empty, right? Ta-da! And then I put in this, oh, come on. I can't get around it, I have to go over. I learned how to do domes just for this build. And again with the clicking, I built the walls because, originally this potato farm was divided into two different parts. Hello. So the water didn't flow between two different zones. So I had to remove a zone, and then I just zoned like all of this main wing and the potato farm. So it finally worked, but I thought that maybe it had something to do with like the water will go towards a hole, so I had dug a massive hole to try and get water to flow in that direction. It didn't work, clearly. But then I just built this wall, and then I added to it to make the dome. And the chandelier, I love the chandelier. But basically it fills up there. Lots of potatoes. Let's go look at the melon farm while it's loading. So the melon farm, not a whole lot of time on this project, and I made the roof really random, and then I remade it. But the melon farm's tons of melons. I get like a little less, like seriously 63 blocks of melons every harvest. And then as a bonus feature, emergency exit. And there is not an emergency exit on the other side, but oh jeez, I don't have any food left. Ugh, I guess we're exploring the downstairs next. Oh, but I have to replant. Cat. So I get, as you can tell, I get lots of potatoes each time. I'm gonna start starving to death. And I have a speed 2 beacon. My friends, they spawned a beacon and then they couldn't kill it, and it's at their zone, just wrecking havoc. So me and a few other friends, we got on with not a whole lot of expensive equipment. Like, I ended up using a wood sword in the end because I had died. But we killed it. Actually, Benjamin killed it, and he was kind enough to give me the beacon because he knew that I wanted like 8 of them for my plan. And one's a good start, but there should be one on that super tall mountain that I showed you either, also, and then there should be one on the other side. Mineplex. I don't like Mineplex. Alright, so now let's go downstairs. So I designed it so that it looks like a natural ice pillar kind of cut down. And I partially succeeded. I don't think it fooled anyone. But no one went in. Minecraft Snid left this sign, and these are all about me. You can pause it to read them. This one's one of my favorite. Got a nice big wall. This one, Robert was really frustrating me, so I said, I fear there's a basilisk in my walls. It's a Harry Potter reference, basically saying, I'm hearing something say kill over and over and over again. Which is not an unreasonable assessment at the time. Back to the wall of quotes. Iron Man reference. Flammability. This is a movie this is a quote from a movie called The Gray. It's from a book I used to read. That's from another movie. I think it's called Argo. It was a pretty good movie, pretty intense actually. Oh yeah, look down. You see, there are all these beautiful cages. Let's go see what's in the cages. So we have a witch here. I forget what her name is, but she was the most trouble because I made a staircase down here, and then she ended up falling off, going through lava, damn near killed me, gave me poison too, and then I came with all my diamond gear, and I dropped right through the lava with half a heart. Now, if you guys don't know this, even if you're in the lava for just 1 second, half a heart will kill you. So, didn't think that far ahead. Here we have a zombie. You can see the blood in the bottom of the cage. He has a name too. I just forgot what it was. I can't see him. Let's break in and find out. Torture victim number 1. Right. Punk. Here we have a villager in the dark. I think his name is like Nuffly or something. Nuffly. I got it right. Hey, Nuffly. But basically the idea behind this, these are all people who have displeased me in the past, and so I have taken my revenge. Hey, I still can't see your name. Oh, you little. Maybe her name is Bitch. Seems accurate. Let's get out of here. But this ceiling was really complicated to make, but I really liked it. My God, do I have any milk? I don't think I do. Milk, health. I'll take one. Okay, whenever I'm done, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. All these health potions are from witches, by the way. I didn't do anything with them. I don't brew health potions. Here's a map of the general area. You can see Flamvilli's place. That was a nether trap. You'd go into a portal. I forget where the portal was. Oh yeah, portal was right here. In the zone that was blocking me and keeping me from building my ice castle. But you'd come out in Flamvilli's castle. And so with her permission, I closed her portal and dug a pit, covered it with lava, so you spawn in, and there's no TP, and then you die. And you lose all of your stuff. And I also, Flamvilli, this is where her name fits, she showed me a trick where you can make invisible and infinite fire. And so I did that all over my staircase, and it ended up killing a lot of people. So here we have, it's mostly like organic stuff, except for minecart rails. And check that out, we ended up getting pretty rich. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. Thanks to that fortune there. We got some gas tiers that I never use. I don't even remember what you use them for. Health potions, right? And then redstone. Holy crap at the redstone. Bones. I ended up using all my gunpowder at one point. I forget for what. For all the rotten flesh I've never managed to use. Let's see. This chest used to be full, and now it's not really. Horse supplies. Check out all those saddles. I stole a few of them from the people who had griefed me. Music. So if you don't know, if you get a skeleton to kill a creeper, then they'll give you a random disc. So that's how I got a lot of the gold, and that's how I got at least one of each. Gravel. I mined all the gravel down for flint, which is pretty good money. Spawn eggs. I'm surprised I still have some of those. Let's see. What else? What else? Lots of stone, and again, I'll show you why. I got a lot of it from this, but I just give it out at spawn. I don't do that anymore, because I'm not sure if I still need it. But, oh right, this part. So this part, not finished. It's supposed to be completely identical to that side, except, you see that's orange glass, which probably means it's a pumpkin farm. And the castle, it ended up, my biggest regret is that this castle ended up a lot bigger than I thought. So it's kind of like almost touching Flamvilli's, which she was nice enough to say it was fine, but I still felt really guilty. I still do, so I think I'm probably gonna build it alone next time. And then we have the pig farm. I'm not sure if I like the pig farm, because you see this, and I think it kind of looks like a beak, the nose, but it's the same design, except instead of pod or mycelium, like on the other side, there's podzol and mycelium to kind of give it that mud look. And then there aren't torches on the eyes and the nose of the pig. Close. Thank you. Oh, lag out. Here we have the wheat farm. It works very much the same way. And here's a confession. Yesterday, I zoned this entire wing, starting from the front of the tunnel here, like right here, I think, all the way to the very tip of the pig farm. And it cost me 24,093 coins. And then today I learned that the map is resetting, but the coins are not. So I spent 24,000 coins all for nothing. So you see the most part of it. It was supposed to expand out quite a ways that way, but I'll show you that on the next build, hopefully. Alright, on to the ceiling. So this guy's name is the Frozen Gracius? I don't know, let's drop in. Frozen Gracius, which is, hi! No, no, no! Oh, shit. Well, didn't see that one coming. So now there's a problem. What if the server is not resetting, Ian? So you just let this bastard out all for nothing. Get back inside. Yep, back inside. Back. No, no, no. Shit. Easy. Easy come. Easy come. That's just how we roll. Yes. Oh, that was a heart attack. But I just finished reading a Heroes of Olympus by Rick Riordan. And it was the second one where everyone's calling Percy Jackson Gracius, which is a word for Greek. And then he ends up falling into like Alaska waters, which are supposedly really, really cold, and I would not want to try it. So that's how he came. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys like, or tell you guys how I got the mobs, and then I'm going to make another video of all my other zones, cause wrong command. I have a lot of zones. So Creeper, really hard, took a lot of team effort. One of us would distract him, and we actually, the first time we got him, I named him, and then he blew up. So we had to use another name tag, which was part of the reason why I was so frustrated when someone got him killed, because he just like completely, that was like a waste of 2 name tags. Skelly King, ooh, 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 yeah. He is another one that took a lot of teamwork the first time, and then I got this zone so I could fly around, and I got the second one, but I think his a guy named Bella who killed the first one, and then someone recently, in fact a few days ago, killed the second one, and so I replaced him, and I gave him a super powerful bow. It's Punch 2, Power 4, and Flame 2. So it's like, he's a really souped up guy, so if you try and kill him, then hopefully he can shoot you and discourage you. Now, Spider I need to work on, because you can't see his name. Wait, did I just see it? Name? Anyway, his name is Aragog from Harry Potter. Here's the Rebel Zomber that Ben and Tony7118 captured for me. I really like him. They gave him iron armor and an enchanted sword. And the name of my 7th grade history teacher, Mrs. Lynn. Absolutely hated her, and the feeling was mutual. And then I kind of blanked out what I was going to name him. I was supposed to name him Zisto. Instead, I named him a Rebel Guard. So, big slip up there. And a big mistake. Anyways, guys, that was and is the story, and quite possibly the end of the ice